Subscribe to this YouTube channel please and enjoy watching the video. Here we go. More than a dozen hospitals in Gaza are no longer operating, a doctor from the World Health Organization has said. Dr. Ahmed Al-Mandhari, who director for the Eastern Mediterranean, said around 15 hospitals in Gaza are no longer working, out of a total of 35. He said they'd gone out of service because of direct attacks and the lack of fuel. The other remaining hospitals are functioning partially, he told BBC News. In the last 2 days, many of them closed their services because there is no fuel. The World Health Organization says the level of death and suffering in the Israel-Gaza war is hard to fathom. Speaking in Geneva, the organization's spokesman Christian Lindmeier said there had been more than 100 strikes on health facilities since the conflict began. He noted the death tolls of more than 1,400 in Israel, and said the figure of more than 10,000 people killed in Gaza was 0.5% of the population. An average of about 160 children are killed every day. Nothing justifies the horror being endured by the civilians in Gaza. Earlier, Lindmeier said people in Gaza were having operations, including amputations, without anesthesia. Relatedly, Hamas-run health ministry says more than 10,300 killed in Gaza. The Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza says 10,328 people have been killed, including more than 4,100 children in the territory since Israel launched its retaliatory campaign. It is an addition of more than 300 people to yesterday's toll. Some politicians have questioned the accuracy of the Gaza Health Ministry's figures, but the World Health Organization says it believes the numbers are reliable. Israel began attacking Gaza after Hamas killed more than 1,400 people in Israel and kidnapped more than 200 others on October 7. Let us dig deep into Israel's tense relationship with the UN. In the months since Hamas attacked Israel, the UN has repeatedly condemned the brutal violence and demanded the release of the hostages. It did so again today. But senior UN officials, including UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, have also infuriated Israel by warning of war crimes in Gaza. The UN says depriving civilians of water, food, and electricity is a violation of international law and so is attacking hospitals even if Israel suspects Hamas fighters are hiding there. The UN wants all sides, in all conflicts, to obey international law. But what its aid agencies want most right now is access to Gaza, where thousands of civilians are hungry, thirsty, and homeless, and where, the WHO said today, 160 children are being killed every day. But with some Israeli diplomats even calling for Guterres' resignation, it's not clear the UN has any meaningful dialogue with Benjamin Netanyahu's government. As reported earlier, UN Human Rights Chief Volker Turk is on 5-day tour of the Middle East. But his office says only that he is asked to visit Israel and Gaza, not that he will be allowed to do so. Thank you for enjoying this video.